I've always, just kept art on the side. When I went to college, I don't know if it was my parents or just my own thinking, but I'd always felt like art was this irresponsible thing to do, and I had to pick something else as my career. So I went to college and got a degree in graphic design and did web design for a while. Always just doing, a little bit of painting on the side, but not too much. And then when I had kids, I kind of let art go completely. Life got really crazy, and I just sort of got back to it maybe in the past 4 or 5 years. But then at some point, my kids got a little older and felt that desire coming back. Like I had this welling up inside me again, and I needed to do something with it. But my art practice, I sort of, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I spent a lot of time on the internet looking at Pinterest. There's so many amazing artists out there. I just oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do I want my art to look like this person's or that person's? And if I look back on the art that I made in the last 5 years, it's just like this crazy mix of styles. It's like one thing looks one way and another thing is a totally different way. And it was just my best attempt to kind of, copy what other people were doing out there, trying to find what it was that I wanted to do. And it wasn't satisfying. In fact, it was really frustrating because I just never felt like it was mine. I felt like, oh, that was a pretty good copy of something somebody else had done. I think I wanted it bad enough. I knew that if my art got good enough that I could sell it. I was experimenting a lot with working on raw canvas, which is totally unforgiving. It's like you make one mark, and if you don't like it, you're like, well, shoot, I gotta just throw that one out. And it felt not only wasteful, but it felt like really tight, like I had to proceed very carefully, and each move I made had to be very thought out. And it just, I don't know, I found myself making less and less art because it didn't feel good. But now, it's like I walk into my studio, I'm like, I don't know, let's just try some things. It doesn't really matter. And if it turns out great, then awesome, and I'll keep that. And if it doesn't turn out so great, like I'll just cover up the part that I don't like. And I'm like, oh wow, I don't know how that happened, but the part I didn't like somehow turned into the part I do like. And it's just really liberating. It's really freeing. There's no such thing as a mistake. It just keeps getting better. If you want that kind of change for yourself, like you can have it. It's just sitting there. It's waiting for you. You just have to say yes and do it.